Good afternoon and welcome back. Before I get to today's subject, one, Canada beat the Czech Republic in the World Mixed Curling Doubles Tournament 8-3, 5-1. They're 5-1. Two, had my lunch at Mr. Mike's, went to go get a frame from the 2000 piece puzzle, try to get it all on the where I glued, and that ended up being a complete disaster because it all came apart and all the pieces stuck all over the board. So that puzzle's gone. The puzzle's basically toast, so that's gone. But saved the frame that I have. One of my sister gave me the panoramic of Rogers Center forming the Sky Dome. Puzzle got on the board there okay, and just had a hell of a time trying to. It's a cheap frame. Well, the outer part there just couldn't get the sides to fit properly. So that frame, the frame that tried to get the puzzle for this one, the National Parks one, is now framed the Rogers Center. Frame is now on the Rogers Center puzzle. That's now on the board from the previous puzzle. So now for today's subject, which is the 1999 Women's World Cup that was hosted by the United States. Yes, tournament number 3. It went from June 19th to July 10th. Went from 12 to 16 teams. So yes, 4 new teams. They expanded the field by 4. Players Sissi, S-I-S-S-I of Brazil, and Sun Wen of China each had 7 goals. And this featured an all-female rosters of referees and match officials. So all female. The final was at the Rose Bowl in Pasadena and was attended by 90,185 people. Most people that attended any women's sports internationally. Ghana, Mexico, North Korea, and Russia made their debut. And the 7 best quarterfinal qualifiers. Well, the 7 best quarterfinalists qualified for the 2000 Summer Games, and we'll get to that. 4 groups of 4. Group A had the U.S. with 9. Australia already qualified for the 2000 Summer Games because they were hosts. Anyways, Group A, USA had 9 points, got in. Nigeria, 6 points, also got in. So those 2 made it. We'll get to the craziness later. North Korea had 3 points and Denmark had 0. So that's how Group A rounded out. Group B, Brazil had 7 points into the quarters. Germany had 5 points into the quarters. Italy had 4 and Mexico had none. Norway had 9 points. Russia had 6. Both Norway and Russia got in. Canada and Japan each had 1. Canada and Japan had the same goals differential amount, -9. Except Canada had 2 more goals in Canada than Japan, so Canada gets 3rd, Japan gets 4th. Group D, China with 9 points into the quarters, and Sweden with 6 points got into the quarters. Australia with 1 point, as well as Ghana. What happened now? The craziness. For the 2000 Summer Olympics qualifications, there's tie breaks galore. First off, was margin of defeat in quarterfinals. Goals scored in quarterfinals and in group stage. And we'll get to those results right now. Quarterfinals had the U.S. beat Germany 3-2. Brazil 4, Nigeria 3, golden goal. Norway 3, Sweden 1. And China beat Russia 2-0. So, Russia and Sweden each lost by 2 goals, as mentioned, but Sweden scored and Russia did not, so Russia did not qualify for the Olympics. So the US, Germany, Brazil, Nigeria, Norway, Sweden, and China qualified for the Olympics. Semifinals had USA 2, Brazil 0, and China beat Norway 5-0. The third place game and the final will each win in the penalty kicks, and both were scoreless going into the penalty kicks. So Brazil beat Norway 5-4 for third place in penalty kicks, and in the final, U.S. beat China 5-4 in penalty kicks. After China's last player missed, and Brandi Chastain scored the winner in that scene where took off her jersey, showing her sports bra and celebrating. If you don't remember, go find that. It's in there somewhere. So, there's the 1999 World Cup. Tomorrow I do the 2003 World Cup. And yes, I will. And I will need to make notes on that, so I'm prepared. And until I make my next video, stay tuned.